All right, Shalom, Shalom Yisrael. First and foremost, all honors, glories, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwatash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect Akim across the globe that are doing a work in truth and in sincerity and in charity. And Shalom to the few sincere Aquas that are watching, listening, and learning. All right, this is Daniel Abba, here from the GMS Chicago camp. Lord willing, coming back at you with another edifying video. All right, and earlier this morning, I was watching this news clips from CBS News, all right, of the current situation of what's going on today here in America, all right, and these people, they're feeling it, man, in their pockets, all right. People are struggling, man, due to the war that's happening with Iran and America and Israel. You know, everything is going up. All right, produce, food, gas, rent, everything's going up except your job, man. Your job's not giving you a wage increase, man. So, hey, we're at the final days of America, man. All right, and hey, America's not gonna get better. It's only gonna get worse, man. But let me just show you this quick clip. All right. It's a good clip, straight to the point.
When it comes to increased costs, the war is appearing to have an impact on many aspects of American life, from transportation to travel to food production.
It's like driving a lot for very little money. It feels like giving like free rides.
Yeah, those rideshare jobs, man. It's hard to make a living off those working for rideshare, man. DoorDash, Uber. You really got to put in a lot of hours, man. 60, 70 hours, 50 hours, whatever, a week, man, in order to get by, man. All right. And especially with this gas, man, it's just making it even harder. All right.
$500 for the round trip ticket. It was $1,000. We canceled the business trip.
Yeah, the gas went up. So, hey, of course, the planes run on fuel. Hey, the plane tickets are going to go up, man. All right.
That we run went up, $100, $150 a ton. So seeing, those.
Yeah, a lot of fertilizer, comes from the Middle East, and I guess what's called nitrogen. But the Strait of Hormuz, blocked. They just opened it up this morning, supposedly. We'll see what happens, but that caused fertilizer to double in price, if I'm not mistaken, which a lot of farmers are struggling, all right, to make ends meet.
Huge increases right here at planting time really did kind of hit a lot of farmers hard, including us.
CBS News senior business and tech correspondent Jolene Kent joins us now. So how is the average U.S. consumer being impacted by the war when it comes to the cost of everyday goods?
Lindsay, you heard those folks there explaining how their individual lives have been impacted. And really, it's two things. It's inflation, which is up 3.3%. That's the first report we got. A look at how the Iran war is impacting overall that headline inflation number, the price that you're paying and how fast it's going up. The other thing to look at, of course, gas prices. I don't know how many times we've talked about this, but according to the latest CPI data, it's up more than 20% month to month. That's the fastest rise since 1967. And in terms of everyday items of how much more you might be paying, we actually don't see a major increase just yet. But we do anticipate, according to economic analysis, that we could see that gas price trickle down when it comes to transporting of your goods, and that could eventually hit grocery prices in the next inflation report.
So let's talk travel transportation. We heard about that guy in the airport saying it was usually a $500 ticket. Now it's $1,000. How are people reacting to increased fuel costs and these added surcharges?
Well, I just know anecdotally, so many people are telling us, both as we're interviewing folks for CBS News, as well as, in our friend groups, that people are delaying or canceling trips due to the cost of airfare. And part of the reason is they're starting to see not just the overall prices rise, but baggage fees are being jacked up by at least 4 airlines: JetBlue, Southwest, Delta, United, all raising their bag fees. Spirit Airlines may have to be forced to go into liquidation due in part to rising gas prices. We also saw flight fares overall jump 3.4%. And so that's not super significant yet when it comes to the inflation on that price overall. But what we're going to be focused on is what happens to people's psychology, that inflationary psychology, as they head into the summer when it's high driving season. Ideally, you want to get on a plane and go somewhere, perhaps for a family vacation. And that is really going to show us how it impacts consumers. But you already feel that sort of crunch for people's budgets month to month, and now we're going to be seeing that when it comes to that discretionary spending.
Have to be quick with you, but diesel affects pretty much everything, right? Can you explain how interconnected everything is?
Yeah, basically diesel helps transport all the goods that you and I need at the grocery store and beyond. And so when that price spikes as it has, it is likely to impact prices. We also can't, forget the cost of fertilizer also going up. Those inputs really important for our farmers. You heard that farmer earlier talk about how that is driving up the cost of being able to grow and harvest items. So across the board, we expect to see in the coming month that data reflect the reality that so many of us are already feeling, whether it's at the checkout, especially at the gas pump, of course, Lindsay.
Okay, Jolene Kent, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Got a couple precepts in my mind I wanted to bring out. I don't really have anything written down, but this is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and 6. And it reads, "You have sown much and bring in little." All right, and that's how life in America is like right now, man. You work a lot, you work your ass off, and you bring in a little, man. You get a small ass paycheck. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. All right. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. And as soon as you get your paycheck, man, the check goes straight to the bills, man. All right, to the car note, rent. You might get a ticket in the mail for a speeding ticket. All right, something might come up. Your car might break down. All right, so as soon as you get your check, man, it goes into a bag with holes in it, man. And that's how life here. This is how life is right now in America, man. All right, the economy is bad. Everything's expensive. People are struggling, and these people are feeling it, man. All right, there's Ecclesiastes, Salakia 12 and 3. And it reads, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble." All right, and this is talking about the elites. Right now they're trembling because they see their future. They see that America's going down. They know Yahushua coming back in a big chariot, man. And they're scared, all right? "And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are a few." And the grinding is ceasing, man. All right, it's getting harder and harder to find a job, man. All right, a lot of companies are laying off workers. AI's taking over. All right, a lot of companies, that have been in business for 30, 40 years, are starting to go out of business. Where my brother works at, he works at a grocery store. They're liquidating the grocery store, man. All right, by the end of this month, or by the end of May, they have to be closed out, man. All right, everything must be gone. All right. But reading on, and the grinder cease, because there are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. And you look at the future of America, it's not happiness, it's nothing but darkness, man. All right, people have anxiety, people are worried about their future. Donald Trump is in office, causing all type of chaos. And these people are scared, man. They're talking about World War III, the draft. These people are scared. All right, but we're happy, man. We're happy that Donald Trump is in office, man. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing, man. All right. Like the apostle says, man, if I was allowed to vote, I'd vote for Donald Trump, man, 10 times. All right. But I'm going to continue to read. "And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low." All right. And the sound of the grinding is low, man. All right. You're not going to hear the construction workers working on the concrete with the heavy material, the diesel trucks, the loud factory in the background. It's all going to come to a halt, to an end, man. All right, we're about to enter into a big, Great Depression, man. Happened, what was it, 1929? All right. Great Depression start, 1929. All right. So we're about to enter into another Great Depression, man. All right. Everything's about to go cashless. Everything's going to be digital. They're doing away with the pennies. And the next step, when the economy crashes, we'll see how it plays out. But the MOTB, man, it's going to be, you're going to have to take that chip, man, put it underneath your skin. And that's the only way you're going to be able to get around in society, man. But I'm going to continue to read on. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and you're gonna get up at the voice of the bird. All right, because birds, they wake up early in the morning, man. That's nature's alarm clock. You know, the rooster, they get up soon as the sun comes up, man. Once you hear the crow of the rooster, it's time to get up and time to go to work, man. All right, so you're gonna get up to hear the voice of the bird. You're not gonna have a job. You're gonna be jobless out here, man. All right. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right, and hey, today's music is garbage, man. It ain't like how it used to be, man. Nothing but adultery, drugs. All right, that's all they promote, man. All right. I'm going to get one more precept the Spirit just gave me. I think is Isaiah 25. And it reads, is it 25? How does it go, Salakia? I know it's in Isaiah. Daughters of, he that buys drink no, it's not that one. Salaki, bear with me, brothers. I'm trying to think of the precept. The mirth is gone. That's what it is. The mirth. Yeah, Isaiah 24. One more chapter behind. Okay, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and I'll start at verse. The new wine mourneth. The mirth of terror sees the noise of them that rejoice endeth. Therefore, Salakia, therefore he hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth. Yeah, I'll start at verse 7. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and verse 7. And it reads, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, and all the merry hearted do sigh. All right, and hey, these people are depressed, man. All right, you know they're struggling to make ends meet. All right, they're not going to be able to go on vacations and enjoy life. Hey, they're not going to have money, man. The mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. And that's what's happening here in America. All right, people are struggling, man. All right, people are not happy. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. And hey, these people are gonna drink strong drink, gonna rely on alcohol, other drugs, just to be numb to the fact, to the things that they're dealing with in life, man. All right. The city of confusion is broken down, and that city of confusion is talking about America, man. Every house is shut up that no man might come in. All right. So hey, Donald Trump, he's gonna be the one to bring this country down, man. There's crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. So hey, the mirth of America is gone, man. The American dream is over. All right. You know, hey, people are gonna rely on drugs, alcohol, to be numb to what they're dealing with in their situation. All right. Hey, people are gonna be losing their job. They're not gonna have enough money to pay rent. All right. That's the reality of America, man. The mirth is gone. Hey, they're not gonna be able to celebrate these wicked holidays, Christmas, New Year's. What's the next upcoming holiday? I think 4th of July or Memorial Day, whatever. I don't really pay attention to the holidays anymore. But hey, people aren't gonna have enough money to barbecue, man. All right. In the city is left desolation, and the gates are smitten with destruction. All right, and hey, these people are soon gonna riot, man, across the streets in America, man. They're gonna tear shit up, man. All right, but that was it to that, Akim. Just wanted to bring that quick news article, all right, of what's going on here in America today, man. Hey, these people are struggling and they're feeling it, man. Hey, the mirth is gone out of America. The American dream is over, man. It's good news for us, man, because hey, we want to see the downfall of this kingdom. Because hey, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai has something else prepared for us, man. The kingdom of Yashruallah, wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. But that was it. Kol Lem Lehawa Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders. Of great millstone salutations to the elect. Till next time, Shalom, Abba Bo, Kwame Shrala.